you say is a harder problem for our project?
Well, let's see. All the bots, okay. Let's see. I mean, you could say that they're simple. When I saw it, it was like emergent AI. That kind of scared me.
Right.
The city system itself, is this something that you're going to say is going to be already established prior to the project?
Well, there's actually already, can we talk about tech? Because that's like tech that's already been made.
So
Okay.
the
The
screenshot we
procedural
showed
generation.
was from a Subversion company that made Darwinian DevCon.
Yeah, right.
And they also share their source code, except I don't know if we can use that.
Right.
So that's something we have to look into, but
Yeah.
I think that's doable.
Yeah, if you can do that.
That's also the direction of our previous game, just in general, like
Okay.
a city-focused game.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're just basically building on this twice. So we will assume that we have some kind of procedural city generated, we really just refine the gameplay. So
Okay.
that's the ideal situation, but I don't know how reasonable that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly reasonable to be like, okay, this is this thing, and here's the solutions.
Right.
I don't think you should be like saying, hey, this is the solution that we've come up with because we're building awesome. Some of them are solutions that are out there. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I did think that would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah. We should talk.
So, and you don't have to expound on it a significant amount. Just say, okay, this is we're going to use this system, and this system has been proven out of these things. We're going to incorporate this here in our game, and just say that nice and clean, nice and efficient. Boom, move on to the next. Yeah. So, what was it? Yeah, I would like to see an expense sheet. I would like to see what's going to be your final ask for this, because that's going to be in your presentation. You're not going to have a full spreadsheet, but you are going to have the ask in there.
And we talked about this in the previous class. So the things that you need for the final presentation are you need your presentation itself, you need your sort of company prospectus, which includes who you are and your org chart and that kind of stuff. You need information on your previous game. You need your like competitive analysis where you're looking at other things. And part of that prospectus is like you need that spreadsheet for your your game that you're pitching. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and remember, like part of that is deciding where your company's housed, right? Because renting office space in Los Angeles or Santa Monica is a little bit different from renting office space in, say, Portland or Ypsilanti or Austin, Texas or whatever. It's a huge difference. And you can go online and just look for office space, and it'll be like $16 a square foot or $100 a square foot. And it'll tell you that. So
yeah, I would like to see the org chart. It's not just going to be you guys. Maybe it's going to be 8 guys. In my head, I was thinking that this would probably be more like a 20-person operation. Were you thinking that at all?
it sounds big. I mean, it does sound big. Yeah. So maybe I think it maybe do it with 12.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it depends. It depends on how many capabilities they have. Like each special capability of each different runner adds to scope. Of course, the crazy AI crowd thing adds to scope. So yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I like the idea of last week you came up with, like customizable map, and you can sell it off to the security people, and they can practice on it. I really like that idea. I don't know where it would end up.
We're trying to avoid art, so that's why we'd rather just do
That,
this.
yeah, that was kind of like a scope down. We didn't want to have to also deal with like city building. We just wanted to already have it there and bring players and not have to also work to develop that.
Well, I mean, the other thing you could say is that you would progressively develop this algorithm that would make cities for you, and then you'd have certain cities that are known cities that you've played. And you're like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
And those ones kind of used to tune that algorithm, but
we will still need to build this city procedural generation thing first. So
yeah, but it's really different to have a procedural generation thing that just makes a bunch of cities which you play, and you're like, oh, this is what's good, versus one that you're counting on for your gameplay every
Yeah, so we could like procedurally generate a bunch of them, and
and
then
then
say,
get the good one, and then we'll monetize on it.
yeah.
Like
$1.99.
Yeah.
Like if I'm a agency, I would like to create a map similar to USC and then play it on there and see how the security works on their customizable map.
Right.
Uh,
Actually, where the
thinking
project
of,
came from, but
Service, like what you were saying last week.
yeah.
that's pretty cool, different idea.
Cool, cool. Small question, do runners remember where cameras are? You talked about fog of war for the runners. Do they have a memory, because cameras are basically stationary?
I think,
It
we
would.
haven't really discussed.
It's like
No,
fog of
it's
war.
like how fog of war works. It's like everything is like foggy until you actually see it, and then when you go away, it's like grayed out. So
Okay.
like you saw the
Yeah, good,
previous
good,
position.
cool, okay.
I would choose another name, just because you did the City 17 thing. As soon as I saw City 7, I thought City 17 myself, because at the beginning of Half-Life 2, welcome to City 17.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
And I would,
Yeah.
City
I
12.
would personally not choose that.
It should be
But it
City.
also connects to that whole thing of the seventh day God rest,
Yeah.
right? And then I guess we.
That's why we did the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and I was thinking of the 7 deadly sins, which is
I mean,
what-
that's also.
Yeah,
how it
yeah,
is.
7 is
It's
very-
7 is just kind of like
I
the
mean,
number.
you can create whatever connection you want in your head.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I think the 7 connection is cool.
So
probably
we-
wouldn't
we
choose
s-
City 7.
It
Maybe
took a
like
while
Metro
coming
or-
up with the name, just because we want to make
Metro
sure that people get the
Parker.
idea it's, you know, both the good, well, not the guys, security and the
Yeah, yeah.
runners or whatever. So it's kind of hard to
It's
do that
also
without
abstract.
saying security versus runners, or like we would just slap a name on the setting or
I
something
mean, like, you can
that.
call it like Metro 7.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. Yeah. No, I like City 7 because of the like it was kind of like City 7.
Yeah, the alliteration.
The alliteration.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what I said
That's
yesterday.
exactly what
Just a
it
question,
said.
did you,
Yeah.
I mean, did you
But-
find the narrative part necessary or like
Yeah, what
interesting?
should we-
Like the
I-
very
I-
beginning?
I thought the initial impact was kind of cool.
Okay.
Yep.
So will
But-
we do the
but
company
I was-
before or after?
Well, sorry, do the company before and do the log line before the narrative.
Okay.
Because it was cool, but I'm like, why am I listening to this? And what does this have to do with
Yeah,
anything? And that's exactly what Hardy would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and has said in presentations, he's stopped people like 45 seconds in the presentation and be like, I have no idea what I'm listening to. Like, what are you telling me about? So, yeah, just be aware of that. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool, thank you guys, thank you very much. Nice work. All right.
One more.
I want to say something real quick just on